And that's how they make the magic. Right, time now to welcome back a very special guest to the show. She's an 11-time Australian ballroom champion and was a professional dancer on Strictly for 7 years. Taking over this week's Choreography Corner, it's Natalie Lowe. Give it up for Legs herself, Natalie Lowe. Oh, I have missed you, gorgeous one. Congratulations, since we last saw you. You've got engaged.
Yay!
She's getting married.
I'm getting married. I went wedding dress shopping this morning. So
with your mum, have you found the one?
I found the perfect dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
James, you're a lucky boy. I can say that much. Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Right, we must discuss this year's class. They are quite incredible, aren't they, Natalie?
I can't believe the standard this year. It just exceeds every other year. It's just incredible. Yeah.
I know. Let's just get into detail about more. And we're going to start with Debbie and Giovanni. This week's high scorers, the judges absolutely loved their emotional rumba.
Yes.
We know it's a tricky one. What did you think?
It is really difficult, especially for the female celebrity. But she's got amazing leg and ankle action. She's got nice pressure through the floor. There's a beautiful rope spin you see there. Giovanni's partnering her beautifully. And then you've got this, I've slowed it down, this lovely extension through the leg, which is absolutely so controlled. She's just exquisite to watch. And there's this settling of the hip action here, which I've slowed down as well. You don't normally see a female celebrity look so comfortable in a high heel with a slower dance. I think she's just doing an exquisite job. I really enjoyed this one.
Go, Debbie. You look mesmerised.
Oh, no,
I love it.
I love it. Rumba's my favourite dance.
My goodness. Johnny and OT's quick step. I know, and I also quite like the tango.
I love them all.
Johnny's been working on his acting skills. Did that show in his performance?
Yeah, well, absolutely. I think the quick step is the perfect dance for him to be able to feel like he can express himself and shine. It's a great track, it's a really nice theme, and you can really tell that he's trying to apply himself as well as think about technique. Look at that gorgeous smile.
I know.
And OT really did throw everything and the kitchen sink into that routine, so actually it was really quite challenging. But he had a lovely leg and the kicking action down the floor.
Yeah.
But what I would like to see is Johnny to fix his shoulder line. I want him to roll the shoulders back and connect his latissimus dorsis.
I'm sorry? Wow.
To the shoulder, because what's happening, he's got a little bit of a tango arm with the quick step. So he's got obviously lots more ballroom dances to go. So I want to see him roll the shoulders back, connect the lats to the shoulders, which will then in turn drop the elbow, and then that will correct the forearm, because the forearm's too square at the moment, it's too tango. Roll the shoulder down, fix the elbow, then the hand will be more at eye level, where it should be for the ballroom.
Perfect.
But I'm really enjoying Johnny.
Good.
Yay.
And the latissimus dorsi.
Yeah, the latissimus dorsi.
That's the one. Could you write it down for me?
Yeah.
Alexandra and Gorka and their samba. Now, Craig was saying Alexandra is a brilliant dancer, but he's concerned about the fact that her feet turn in a little bit. What do you say?
Oh, Craig. Oh, I do love you, Craig. But I've heard this a lot. Obviously, a lot of my ex-partners have had the same sort of, not problem, but if it's sort of internal, it's very difficult to change something like that overnight.
Okay.
There are things that Alexandra can absolutely do. Have a little bit more foot pressure, brushing the ankles together in more of a stationary position if she's doing a nice sexy wriggle, which I'll demonstrate in a second.
Okay.
But you're brushing the legs on the way through, thinking about pointing the toes in a more straight direction as opposed to slightly turned out, if anything, because then that will correct them facing inwards. But I think it's demo time.
Yes! We're waiting for that moment.
Okay.
Take to the floor.
Alexandra, I'm loving her, by the way. She's so fierce and she just owns it, which is the best thing ever. But that first line at the top of her dance where she was turning back, I'd like to... Oh, I'm sorry.
We've missed you, Legs, I tell you.
Instead of being flat-footed and just going for it like this, I want to see a really nice press line through the foot to give her a lovely extension, which should be create a nicer toe line for her.
Okay.
So then you can do that kind of action. And then she turns around and her feet are swiveling a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her ankles be more together, brushing the knees together, and then she can really...
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no one like Legs, I can tell you that.
I just want to see a light feminine, but she's going for it, so you've got to have that nice controlled
It's a subtle little moment.
Yeah.
David and Nadia now avoided the dance-off this week. For them, that's great news with their coffee shop Jive. Did he impress you here?
He did, yeah. Again, I think Nadia's thrown everything into this, and what I love is the side-by-side action. He has really good timing. He's partnering her really well. And I actually really enjoyed this. I was smiling throughout. I wanted to watch it over and over and over again. But I've actually slowed this section down here because I really want to see him finishing off his lines a little bit more. It's kind of just there. Okay. I want it to be a little more. If you're going to do an arm line,
there it goes.
Or put it on the hip, or throw it out to the side. More expression through the arms and the limbs right to the end.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you can get that, it'll be even more points.
I just think he's got so much potential. And I think because there was so much content in that and it was so full on, Jive's very full on anyway.
Okay.
Maybe less content and more finesse.
Good. More finesse, please. Yeah. Simon and Karen, very quickly to finish with, bottom two for the second time, but they live to dance another day for Halloween. What did you think of their Fit as a Fiddle, Charleston?
Well, I love Charleston. It's one of my favourite dances to watch. I love the concept. And Karen is so fantastic at what she does. She's so specific and so on it that anything slightly out can look a little bit sort of obvious. So I guess what I'd really like to see Simon do is just get a little bit more energy and really concentrate on his peripheral vision with Karen so he doesn't feel so exposed on a side-by-side dance.
Yeah.
You know, he's enjoying her, he's feeling her, he's, you know, getting the energy from her. So I just really want to see him just try that little bit more harder this week. And
perfect. It's perfect. It's so lovely to have you back. Will you come and see us again tomorrow?
Absolutely.
We've missed you. It's Natalie Lowe or Legs, her official title. Right, eyes down, everyone. For the first time this series, it's time for our pros to play a little game of something I like to call ballroom bingo. Take a look at this.
Good evening, Strictly fans. Now eyes down, because it's time for ballroom bingo! Oh, droopy drawers, it's 44. Which pro has the worst fashion sense?
Maybe Brendan? I mean, he is getting a little older and his fashion sense may be a bit...
Anton de Beek dresses very, very smartly, but sometimes he wears attire that is not appropriate for the situation.
Who turns up to rehearsal in a full suit and tie and then start doing rumba or cha-cha-cha?
This has to go to Neil. I mean, he wears awful shirts, different colours with different birds and plants on it.
Wish I didn't wear this shirt today, but I got it from Kevin, so I'm going to say Kevin Clifton.
Jump and jive, it's number 35. Which pro has the most energy?
Definitely Katya.
Katya.
Katya, because she's loud.
She's crackers. She just keeps going.
She never stops.
She is like, go, go, go.
She's like an energetic puppy that's bouncing off the walls.
I mean...
Relax. Relax.
Everybody just keep telling me to stop, but I cannot have so much energy. I just need to burn it. I'm just going to burn a few calories. Hang on, guys, hang on.
Breathe.
I think it's me. Full house!
That's chill up, folks. But remember, keep spinning.
The things we make Anton do. Now, we're nearing the halfway point of this year's Strictly race already. And according to Craig, the front runners better keep a lookout for this couple. Do we believe in them? Of course we do. It's Gemma and Aljaz.
You're becoming so versatile. The grace you brought to that, you stayed in character, and I was taken with you.
Today you brought romantic elegance to this dance.
The front runners in this competition, I think, need to start looking behind them, darling.
Hands in the air, everyone. It's Gemma and It's so much more fun. Congratulations, Gemma. Another stunning performance of you. You are amazing. You just keep bringing it out. And I know you're not the biggest fan of the ballroom, but look what you're capable of. It's amazing.
Do you know what's really annoying?
Yeah.
Right? When we...
No, don't tell him.
The dress run was so much better. And as soon as we'd finished that, you can tell by the way I looked at him as soon as we finished. I came off and I said to you, didn't I am so sorry. Because the dress run, I don't know what it was. I just got nervous. And I said to you, didn't I, straight away how sorry I was. And then...
I'm actually still sad.
Are you still cross?
I was disappointed with myself because I knew I could have done it better. But it's something to take
You
on.
did it perfect.
You did. You
did it perfect. You know you did. You know you did.
Thing is, though, I know how that feels, because sometimes it can work the other way. You have a terrible dress run and then you're like, oh, it's brilliant. So, and I know when you've worked really hard, I know how that can feel, but it's still fantastic. And how, Craig's there going, everybody needs to watch out because you're coming up. I mean, this is the great thing, is what Lorraine Kelly said. It's like you don't even know how good you are. Are you feeling like, hang on, yeah, okay, in with a chance here?
It depends on the dance. When it's a dance that I enjoy, I say to you, Don, oh yeah, I think we've got this, I can do it. And then a few days into rehearsal, I'll have a wobble and go, I knew I couldn't do it. But with ballroom, it's difficult for me. I don't know why.
I think you secretly really, really love it.
Yes.
Very secret. It's very deep down there somewhere, but we will get... Stop.
Oh,
no! Why would you? No, because it's a long sentence and it takes me forever to read it.
It says stop reading and pay attention. It's a good one, isn't it? Also, Aljaz, Foxtrot, your favourite dance. Do you love it even more after Saturday?
I'm not going to answer any more questions. I love it. I love it. It's always been my favourite. And this Saturday, you know what? I genuinely love the dance. It did feel like, I always say that when it's a slow dance, you need to create a little bubble. And I definitely felt it from the very first second. The light behind Gemma was so bright, I couldn't genuinely see her. And then from that, it was so bright. And then just the whole thing really, it felt really smooth. Because normally those slow ones, like Foxtrot, like Waltz, when it's a little bump, you really feel it. But with the Foxtrot with it, it felt really, really smooth to me. And even watching it back on the screen, it looks lovely. So still my favourite.
It still is favourite. Thank goodness, that's a joy. And there you are, joint third with Aston, Johnny and Molly. I mean, it's getting quite close there now. Are you feeling it get a little bit competitive amongst the pros, amongst your fellow celebs?
Very.
Yeah?
Very. I actually forgot what they sound like because we don't speak to them. We requested. Yeah, we requested to be filming.
We want to just be away from everyone.
Exactly.
It's on our own.
Actually, for next week.
Focus.
Actually, that's a great idea. We might be filming the whole show just for us in Birmingham, only the two of us.
We're just
of course not.
Here in a studio.
Of course not.
It's one of those competitions where everyone's in the same boat, so everyone wants to do well, but at the same time, no one wants anyone else to do bad or go out because we've all been in it. Even from Roehampton, from the rehearsals, it's been such a weird, wonderful, crazy journey that everyone wants everyone to do well, but you want to do well yourself. So it's a weird feeling, especially on the live shows. It's a weird feeling.
And even when you watch, everyone, if they dance before you, you want them to do well. The audience is happy. Everyone is happy. You want everyone to do genuinely well.
It is. No, it's a genuine love. This crazy dysfunctional family that you all become. And it's a biggie this weekend. It is, of course, Halloween. Any excuse, viewers? It's going to be a long week. You are dancing, of course, the jive. Have you started to get the fear yet, Gemma?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Because it's...
I haven't done any.
Yeah, because we've not done it yet. We've not trained yet. We're going to start tomorrow. But it's quick and it's am I on the balls of my feet? Did you say?
Yeah, long ballroom dress as well. It's
No.
going to be lovely.
Oh, stop it.
He is genuinely scared of Halloween, though. You know.
And what, like really scared of
Scary
Halloween?
movies,
Oh,
anything.
you're going to have a fun week.
Genuinely
No.
scared to death.
Oh my
it's gonna
goodness!
go well.
I saw you learning a couple of steps
go
at the back.
great.
Looks brilliant. So good luck this weekend, Gemma and Aljaz.
Thank you.
Thanks to all our guests tonight. See us tomorrow. Johnny and Oti will be here, and Dance Off survivors Simon and Karen and Natalie Lowe returns, and we'll find out what couples they're dancing to this weekend. Until then, good night.